Well, it's nice to see me old mate,
Cheers.
Mr. Rush.
Yeah, nice to see you too.
Semi-final of the FA Cup. I think you played in a few, didn't you?
Yes, a few.
Won a few.
Yes.
What do you think? Man City, Manchester City
Well, I think
versus you lot.
I think it's going to be a fantastic game. They are, without doubt, the two best teams in the league. You know, they shine upon everyone.
Can I just interrupt?
No.
I think the two best teams in Europe.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think what Manchester City have done, we've got two great managers. I think Manchester City have spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I think from Liverpool's point of view, the manager and his coaching staff, what they've done is absolutely fantastic to be up there with Manchester City. That, for them, that makes me feel that, yeah, we can compete with Manchester City now.
The interesting thing for me, Man City, no real striker.
Yep.
But would you say that about Liverpool as well? They haven't got a big number 9, have they?
No.
You know, like...
I know what you mean. They're saying that's why they tried
Mind you wasn't a big number 9. You got a few, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a few, but I think...
Half of them lucky.
Well, I think with if they would have signed Harry Kane, which they tried to sign, I think Manchester City may have gone a bit more, but they didn't sign Harry Kane. They haven't got... I don't think they've got someone to get you 30, 40 goals a season.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool do have that, but they play more of you got Mo Salah, he'll get you 30 goals a season easily. You got Mane, and now you've got Jota who's just come in. Jota's been absolutely fantastic, yeah. And you got Diaz coming in as well now, you know, just coming through. So I think Liverpool now have four like sort of strikers who will get you, you know, maybe 70, 80 goals a season.
But they're not like in our day, you know, like I played with Andy Gray, Graham Sharp, which you say strikers. They are movements on shoulders, pace, and like you say, some of the goals that Jota have got headers. By the way, in front of people on the move, and even if they don't get a 30 a season, the strikers, they're like 4 of them might get 20. 15.
Exactly.
So it all adds up. But the biggest thing for me, and I hate saying this, I think Liverpool are really strong at the back.
Yeah.
Really strong.
I agree with you completely. I think people were asking questions when they signed Van Dijk. You know, and I think the best thing about Van Dijk, and this is why I think comes down to...
He's a good artist. Oh no, it's the wrong geezer, isn't it? Van Gogh. I'm hopeless.
I thought you were going to say Dick Van Dijk. No, you put me off already now.
No,
I think Van Dijk, he could have went to Manchester City, he could have went to Chelsea. He went to Liverpool for less money.
Yes.
And I think it all comes down to the manager, Klopp. He said, I want to make you a legend at Liverpool Football Club. And he's done that, and he's believed in what Klopp has done. And I think he's been absolutely fantastic. And for me, being the best. Yeah. And also the other one you say, people, I think Alisson's been fantastic as well. Yeah. They paid a lot of money for him. People asking questions, but he's come out on top as well.
I haven't said Liverpool are good at the back. To be fair, City don't concede.
Yeah.
You know, fair dues to them. You know, they're solid, and the possession football is magnificent. Well, I've got to say, both teams excite me when I watch them. Yeah. You know, and I think it's a fascinating game. And honestly, I think it's too close to call.
Yeah,
I'd say City will win 2-0.
I'll go for Liverpool 2-0.
Are we having a bet?
Yeah. No.
We'll have 2p.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. No, I just think you're right.
It's close, isn't it?
It's very close. And the thing is, like, what Manchester City maybe 2-3 years ago, they had the squad. It wasn't a team, it was a squad. But I think Liverpool's got the squad as well now. No, they haven't got just 11 players. At one time, Liverpool had 11 players. If 1 or 2 got injured, they wouldn't be as strong. But now, and for me, I think they can play, and they've got a strong squad now as well.
It's funny, well, it's not funny, you're never funny, but when you're saying the squads are good, I look at the subs benches on both sides. You look at the team sheet and you think, wow, you know, Rodri in midfield, you're going Sterling, Foden, Grealish, and then you're going at Liverpool, Henderson, Jota, and you look around and you're going, wow. But the bench, you look at the benches, and they're brilliant.
Yeah.
They're absolutely brilliant, and that's what you go, wow.
Yep.
These are two massive squads of players, top draw, all over the pitch.
I agree with you. I think this is where it comes down to, you'll know more than me as a manager. The hardest thing as a manager is keeping the players who are not playing happy. You know, and when you're playing, it's great.
I think it's easier these days with the rotation.
Okay, you get away with it,
if someone said to you, if you're Gaffer or Kenny or Bob Paisley says, have a rest. You go. You go
mad.
Nowadays, they go, sports science, you need a rest. Yeah. It's a different generation.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
It's a different generation. So I think it's easier for the players now to accept rotation in squads. We're going to leave you out. Boom, boom, boom.
I think
your stats are down and all that.
Yeah, but I think you look at the opposition now as well. I think especially with Klopp and Pep and all them, they look at the opposition and they'll study the opposition and they say, "Oh, this person needs to play in this game." So they'll explain it most probably a lot better than when we would play that.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. When the semi-final comes out, you've got to play Everton, who are one of the strongest teams. So you'd be panicking, won't you, Liverpool, about playing in the derby game?
Yeah.
Klopp would be panicking like anything.
Yeah, of course.
Because we're going to batter you in that derby game.
How many we're going to win by? When we played you, it's easy.
Leave me alone now.
No, even though you're the second best team in Europe, it wasn't.
Shut up. It's my fault, isn't it, for mentioning it?
You started it.
Yeah.
I'll finish it again as usual.
Mention it. Yeah. When are we getting on about the World Cups? No. So obviously, you think Liverpool are going to win? I think City are just going to edge it, but it's too close. So
do you think it go to extra time? Penalties?
Yeah, I think it'll be that close.
I think so. It's like when Liverpool played Chelsea, and even though Man City are better than Chelsea, Chelsea performed on the day. I thought it's so close to call. I think this is another one.
Talking tactically about the game, I think City like a lot of possession. I think they've got to be careful. If Liverpool draw them on, that counter-attack, it's called transition nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought I was talking about a car park, transition. But it's called transition nowadays. But Liverpool have got that. If Liverpool can nick a ball and get at Man City's defence with the pace they've got in attack, I think that could be but hey, Pep Guardiola knows better than me. He'll understand that. But even tactically, it'll be fascinating in the game.
But it's a chance you have to take. Manchester City will take the chance, and so will Liverpool. And again, I think the best thing, which starts 11 starts. When you're looking at it to do that, I think Manchester City and Liverpool, they'll look at everything and say, which start. But again, if it's not happening, both teams have the strength and depth to come up and change the game after an hour or so if they're losing.
I would add it. Gundogan, Mahrez, Sterling, Foden, Grealish, players all like, and then you've got Liverpool with their players, like you say. It's a fascinating game.
In a way, it's like worthy of a final. The semi-finals at Wembley. Personally, I would like to see semi-finals played at Wembley, and I think Manchester City, Liverpool, the fans travelling to Wembley. It's a joke, by the way. To have the game played at Wembley. There's no trains that weekend or anything, and I think you have to think about the fans and all that. But I would like to see semi-finals. And I might be the old one now when I say it needs to be at Villa Park or Manchester United or something like that. And it was a privilege to play at Wembley. And now because the new Wembley it's all expensive and all that, they've got to get the money back. But at the end of the day, the fans are paying more to go to London than when they could be played at Villa Park or Manchester United. We're getting older,
aren't we? We're traditions. It's the modern game. Everything's, what it's about. Yeah. It's about the money, innit?
Oh yeah, it's everything in London.
And as you know, you've been a big getter, money talks. As I drink my glass of champagne.
Who was that?
It's a hard life, isn't it?
So we used to call Champagne Charlie.
Oh, don't bring the name.
Well, That doesn't Champagne really doesn't matter.
When you mention him, I turn around and go, where is he?
He must probably kicking you. He must probably kicking you.
He was a player.
Top man, yeah.
Less physical in them days, wasn't it?
Oh.
What was it like?
Oh, it was crazy, especially in the derby games and all that. And I'll never forget Kevin Ratcliffe. Used to obviously play with him for Wales Rats and all that. And the first 10 minutes, he used to boot me, all that.
By the way, it wasn't hard enough. I've got to say, it wasn't hard enough.
He used to boot me all the time.
Because you used to end up scoring against us all the time.
Then
I used to say to him, any chance of giving your mate one?
He done every time.
And then you get two. Oh, Christ.
I always remember when
I think it was a Welsh thing anyhow.
It was with Neville as well, so don't worry.
I think he was all buddies. Pat Van Den Noot, Pat, any chance of giving?
No,
but to be fair, the modern game is less physical, and I think skillful players get more of a chance to show them.
It's basically called the European game now. It's not a British game no more. Yeah. It's a European game, and I played in Italy, and I know what sort of thing.
No, you were there.
Legend.
I couldn't resist that.
Well, yeah, I was there in Italy. But that's how it goes, isn't it? Then Rats, I got kicked well in Italy as well. I think Italy was made for top midfielders like Sui and all them. So.
Oh dear me. No, it's not true.
No, that's what it was. But Rats did boot hell out of me. And by the way, now Rats would have been sent off after 10 minutes. You're whinging like Rats didn't kick me. He did.
We're on about a semi-final, and people go on about, could you play in a Liverpool side? Now I think you could. I think you'd be. I think you score 1 million goals, mate.
The Liverpool side now.
Yeah. Because I don't think the defenders. This might be a bit
take
harsh,
chances.
Are as good as they were are they physically, but they do take chances with playing out from the back. And you were the master at nicking balls.
Most probably, I would say.
So who would be left out of the Liverpool side for you?
I'll say no now because I'm 60 years old now.
Oh, he loves the old jokes. He loves the old jokes. I can't believe it.
I think at the end of the day, I would have loved to play in what they're doing there because my forte was closing down.
And movement, fair, on
and
shoulders.
Also they're playing in the penalty. They're passing it round in the penalty box now. Well, and by the way, Liverpool and Man City are the top two sides that can do it. You've got an average team like Everton trying to do it, and they can't.
By the way, you were desperate to get that in, weren't you? Hey, you were desperate to get that in, weren't you?
I would have scored. When I scored 4 in one game against
Everton,
I scored 8 in the game.
I'm sorry you asked the question now. Cut. I want that question.
But it would be.
Right, you and Dalglish.
Yeah.
And it's different here, isn't it? And the team now, Henderson.
Yeah.
The top players, aren't they?
Yeah.
The top players. But top players in our day, and even before, were top players. Yeah. And they'd all handle different areas, without a doubt.
Simple as that. I don't
without a doubt.
Oh, could you play in this area and whatever? Top players can play in any area. You got Roger Hunt and all these people. They adapt to it.
Hey, by the way, I signed apprentice for Bolton. Roger Hunt was there.
Yeah.
At Bolton Wanderers. It was like that was made up. Honestly, he was like...
Yeah.
And I'll tell a quick story. You can film it. So I've gone to him, and there was a little scout that had gone here. And it took me ages to speak to him. And then when I spoke to him, I went, what's it like to win a World Cup? And a FA Cup? And a League Championship? What's it like? And he went, oh, it's great and all that.
Yeah.
And then now, fast forward on about 25, 30 years, I'm at a dinner, and Roger Hunt comes up to me. And he goes, Peter, I said, oh, Roger, how are you doing? And he went to me.
Sir Roger.
Sir Roger, exactly. He went to me, can I ask you a question? I went, yeah. He went, what's it like to win a League Championship? And that's class.
Yeah.
And he was class.
Yeah.
Anyhow, that's a bizarre. I thought to throw that in. You know what I mean? For the archives.
What are your memories of the FA Cup finals? Do you have many memories
I've got to say, the first major trophy I won was the FA Cup. And being a kid, as you know, when a long time ago, that was a big game, and and I've won leagues and European Player of the Year, and played in World Cups. But that first one was great. Well, it was my only one, and I don't want to talk about anything else. Well, but you will do.
No, but
will do.
Funny if you talk about that. As old we are and all that. When I was a kid, I dreamed about scoring the winning goal in the FA Cup final. For kids now, it's Champions League final.
By the way, are you going to go on about it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'll go on about it because...
Do you know him? this gentleman, he whipped me up when he scored a goal in the final.
Allegedly.
You did, didn't
Allegedly,
you?
yeah.
You did, didn't you?
Allegedly. But I'll just tell you about the thing. When I was a kid, I dreamed about scoring a winning goal in the FA Cup final. And I used to watch the game. It used to be 9 o'clock in the morning then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And until 5 o'clock at night. Then I'd go out in my back garden and pretend I was the one that scored the winning goal in the FA Cup final. And basically, I'd won the league, I'd won the Champions League, I'd won everything but the FA Cup. But until my dream came true in 1986, we played some average team in the final, like they played in blue and all that. So I think it was called Everton. It was them. I remember 1-0 down half time. Gary Lineker scores. Oh, it should have been 3-0 down.
We murdered you.
Yeah, but you haven't got to finish it.
By the way, hold on. And we should have had the penalty. Stevie Nick, outrageous on Lineker, backstick.
Allegedly.
And then
allegedly.
And Gary Stevens tried to knock one in, and Ronnie Whelan nicked in, and then
intercepted. He intercepted.
And I can't remember anything else after that.
And by the way, I think he took Gary Stevens off after that.
Oh, yeah, did.
And brought Inchy on, I think, didn't he?
And the balance just went a bit. Yeah.
And I'd have to say.
By the way, you got a good memory, you haven't you?
Yeah. Of course, you have Paul. No, but
he got 2, didn't he?
Yeah, but I have to say the third one was the one where I started in my own half on the right back, and it passed it, I think, to Ronnie. Then Jan Molby for a great ball, and I was running past you, right, on the other side, and Ronnie Whelan was just about to pass it down, please, and I did, yeah, I did, like accidentally trip you up, and I'm not going to say what the words that you said to me. He swore at me quite a lot, and that's why I got that space. Because I did trip you up, yeah. And it'd be great if you've seen that on TV, because it goes a shot, it goes out, it comes back, and I'm free.
I know, and I'm on the deck. Everyone thinks I've got too much champagne, and you whip me up.
And Ronnie really passed it to me.
Do you know what I remember about that? And hey, listen, it's always difficult when you get beat in massive games like that, because they've done us in the league as well. We beat them 2-0 at Anfield, and we got beat at Oxford. I was injured because we were one of had played.
And we beat Leicester.
And you beat Leicester 1-0, yeah. It's etched in your mind, isn't it?
And King Kenny got the winner,
Chelsea. Yeah, and we beat Southampton 6 or something. But you know what I always remember about that? And it was brilliant. I always remember you. And I've always got to say this. You come up to me, and I was fucking I was devastated. And you come up and went, say, could have been any way. And I always thought, wow, that's brilliant. And that is the biggest thing for me, the respect you had between us was magnificent.
Yeah,
magnificent.
But I think,
and it's never gone away.
Yeah,
and I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, that's what's on, because I think at the end of the day, we were the best 2 teams in Europe.
Yeah,
simple as that. Like, and but weirdly enough, like most of my friends were most probably Everton players. No Rats, Neville, no Sharpie, and all that. So, but it's just a matter of respect. But on the day, you just like you'd do anything to beat them, wouldn't it?
Yeah. and like yourself was a blue, Manaman, Carragher, Owen, boom, and I was a red.
Red, yeah.
My dad dropped me on my head when I was a kid. You didn't know that, did you? I'm all right now, though.
I wouldn't say that too. I'm not too sure about that.
Anyhow, modern day, what do you think about modern day? Because I want to get off of FA Cup finals, because you got another 2 in.
I just hold the record for goal score in finals or whatever, but we'll move on for that.
Tough at the top, isn't it?
Yeah, it's even tougher.
Do you want to go on
about it? By the way,
do you want to go on about
it? It's even tougher at the bottom now. We're starting at the league. Okay, so
what now?
Yeah, it's an important month. Olympia, we got a few as you wouldn't know, it's a Champions League game coming up to quarter-finals,
Well,
then hopefully the semi-finals.
One of my other clubs, Man City, have got
You've had about 80 clubs.
You've had
about 80 clubs over.
not any in Italy.
So it will come down to your club and my club in the FA Cup semi-final and maybe in the Champions League final and also in the league.
You're killing me now, aren't you?
No, you can kill me. If you win them all, you'll kill me. But at the end of the day, I just think that comes down to two great managers. I think two great managers, and no, I'm just hoping that who performs on the day. It's that close. It's that close.
Exactly right. It might be a bit of luck, or a dodgy decision, which you always get when against us. Yeah, we'd use a lot, and then you go from there. Oh, I can't let it go, can I? See you soon.
Cheers.